And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Guys, today's date is November 17th, 2021. First off, man, before I start this, rest in peace to rapper Young Dolph. I'm going to say this once again. Rest in peace to rapper Young Dolph. This is a message that I really want to get across to my young men and women, man. Y'all have to stop this BS. Y'all have to, man. Y'all got to stop this. It's too many of you guys that I'm seeing leave way early. Now I'm no God or anything, so I don't know when people time is coming. But y'all got to stop this BS, man, because it is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm not even much, a Young Dolph fan, put it like that. But I did listen to the young man music, when he used to come on and stuff like that. But, man, y'all got to stop this. Y'all have to, man. Come on now. Stop it already. It's too much out there for us to get. It's too much money for everybody to get in the world. Stop listening to that, it ain't enough money in the world. That's a lot. All right, so I said what I said, and I'll move on from that, okay? So this here is not going to be a long podcast. But I will talk about some things that happened in the Ole Miss game. Like I said, I want to be very thorough with it. So we all watched that Ole Miss game. We all watched it. What happened? What happened? In that Ole Miss game, this is what I seen. First and foremost, a lot of you guys may know, then again, a lot of you guys may not know. The running back, Jerrion Ealy, for Ole Miss. A lot of you guys forget that Jerrion Ealy was a 5-star running back. I watched that young man commitment of when he committed in 2019, I believe. It was either 2019 or 2018. Once again, Jerrion Ealy is a 5-star running back, people. That's why he was running wild like that. He was breaking tackles and things of that nature. He's been doing that since high school. He wasn't rated a 5-star for no reason. Okay, so what Jerrion Ealy did was show his 5-star status. He showed the world why he was a 5-star recruit when he came out. Another note, Jerrion Ealy was very healthy for this game. Matt Corral, I will say this about Matt Corral. He didn't do too much. He wasn't the Matt Corral that we've all seen throughout the first of the season. He didn't really have to do too much. The thing about it was that when they kept on getting up to the red zone, which was like 6, 7, 8 times, I believe, they were getting stopped. DeMarvin Leal showed you why he's projected as a first-round pick in the NFL draft. Okay? He showed you that. A lot of us sat there and we haven't, just really saw DeMarvin Leal because all the focus has been taken off of him this year. So it's the rest of the D-line that has been stepping up. But DeMarvin Leal, once again, showed you why he was a 5-star when he came out. And he showed you why the NFL draft board has him going in the first round. Very high. That's why. He showed you his status. DeMarvin is not coming back this season. After this season, of course. He is ultimately gone. But anywho, man, so what else happened? The offense just did not have a rhythm. I will say this, and a lot of you guys are going to look at me crazy. I honestly believe that Zach Calzada is not 100%. Look, I don't even much think the guy is 80% anymore. He has been banged up. I believe his shoulder got knocked out of whack. But he's going to continue to fight. He's going to continue to fight. Also, what I'm hearing from one of my Aggie friends is that Damon Demas is out for the remainder of the season. I believe he has something going on with, I believe, a leg injury or something like that. So Demas will not be back this season, or at least from what he had told me. Let me look into here though. Let me actually find that out. But once again, I believe Damon Demas is out for the entire season. No worries on that. No worries on that at all, because of the simple fact of that we have a lot more wide receivers to go to. Okay, we still have Moose Muhammad. We still have, I believe his name is DeAndre Jackson. And we have many more on that board. Caleb Chapman is back. He's not out for the season, so he'll be back out there. We still have Jalen Preston and things of that nature. But what else happened in this game was that, man, that offense just could not find the rhythm none whatsoever. That safety that Isaiah Spiller took, I sat up there, man, I watched it. The thing about it was that safety happened so quick because I stepped outside and stepped back in, and I was like, what in the world just happened? A safety. It was that quick. That defensive line got back there so quick to Isaiah Spiller, man. And I looked at him, and he was trying to do a cutback and cut up the field. The only problem was that when once he done that cutback, it was not only one defender, but it was two. And then two led to like all four defenders hopping on him at once. Can I put that on Isaiah Spiller? No. It's just the O-line didn't do a better job of protecting him, man. But it was so many chances to where A&M had a legitimate shot to come back and win this game. And that is so crazy to me, knowing that, man, we should have gotten blown out in this game. And I'm going to say that once again. We should have gotten blown out. But because of our defense, in which, like I say, this defense will only get better because next year they will be a lot better because they will have a heavy rotation next year. You hear me? That defensive line that's coming in next year, that is going to be unbelievable. Unbelievable. And for years out, man, that defensive line will be unstoppable. You know, now I'm hearing a lot about the corners and stuff like that. The defensive back depth rotation, that will be deep as I don't know what. You know, and that will be our deepest defensive back rotation that we've ever had ever since we've been in the SEC. So I need you guys to just continue to watch that. But that defense, man, that defense stepped up and made plays, although they didn't make a lot in the first half of the game. It just completely looked like they were all out of sync and they were confused and dazed, you know. And like I say, and it was because of Jerrion Ely. It wasn't because of Matt Corral. It was not because of Matt Corral. It was because of Jerrion Ely in an offensive line that Ole Miss had. And, of course, according to everyone, Texas A&M D-line was supposed to dominate them. You know, hell, I'll be the first one to say that as well. They were supposed to dominate them. I believe they got caught up in a moment out there in the Grove. I believe they got caught up in a moment. It was a night game, and that game was absolutely sold out. You know, it was just about, I can't say that because Kyle Field is unbelievable at night. But it was almost the same atmosphere. You know, it's just they got caught up in the moment. Jerrion Ely took them all by surprise, and they just weren't ready for it in the first half. But once again, they limited those guys to 13 points. I have no clue how that happened. No clue at all. And I was scratching my head the whole game, and I was like, good God Almighty. And I will tell you this. If it could have been a couple of turnovers that went our way, Ole Miss would have walked out that game with like 5 turnovers in the red zone alone. Seriously. So, and if we would have scored off the 2 turnovers that we had gotten, we would have been talking about a totally different ball game. But instead, we turned the ball over. And what won the game for Ole Miss was turnover points. You know, it wasn't necessarily their offense that won the game. It was turnover points. That pick 6 and the pick where Damon Demas rolled on the ball, or it looks like he rolled on the ball to me and to others as well, now that I'm looking at. But hey, man, it is what it is. So that got turned into a touchdown as well. So once again, man, this game really could have went either way because Ole Miss left a lot of points on the board for Texas A&M to say, all right, man, we're coming back. You know, so it just didn't happen. It didn't happen, man. It did not happen. Man, there's so much I can talk about in this game. But, man, this is just part 1 of it, okay? So be looking for part 2 on tomorrow. It's just, it amazes me that we still only gave up like 20 points. We only gave up 20 points. That is so crazy to me. But that is all I have for you guys on today. Please tune in on tomorrow as I will be back at around 1 o'clock. Okay? So I love all of you guys. #GigaMag.